Konnichiwa, and welcome to the Samurai Way, the podcast where we dive into the wisdom of the samurai, the art of Japanese living, and the philosophies that help us live with purpose and perseverance. I'm Lori Tsugawa, and whether you're here to explore Bushido, the samurai, uncover the meaning of Ikigai, or just looking for a little extra ganbaru, never give up spirit in your daily life, you're in the right place. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's walk this path together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Wa minasan, and welcome to the Samurai Way podcast. And today we're going to take that ancient wisdom, shake off the dust, and see how it fits into our modern day life today. I'm your host, Lori Tsugawa, and today I want to talk to you about something that might sound a little out there, perhaps at first. How many of you have ever seen that movie, The Big Fat Greek Wedding? Well, that used to be one of my very favorite. But there's this running joke about how Tula's dad thought that Windex could solve any problem that would come her way. Cuts, rashes, acne, cleaning, and life's problems. You name it. Just spray a little Windex on it and it'll go away. Well, today I'm going to make a wild claim of my own. The Code of Bushido, the samurai's code of ethics, is a Windex for the soul. A cure for a lot of our problems today. Sounds crazy? Just stick with me a while. Well, first, what is the Code of Bushido? Bushido, meaning the way of the warrior, is the moral code developed by the samurai of feudal Japan. It isn't a written set of laws, but a guiding principle, a way to live life and die with honor, purpose, and self-discipline. Bushido is usually broken down into 7 core virtues. And I like to say 7 virtues, 7 words. Do the right thing all the time. Not some of the time, but all the time. And that was the samurai way. Their lives to defend the Code of Bushido. So you is courage. Gi is integrity. Jin is benevolence. Rei, respect. Makoto, honesty. Meo, honor. And Chugi, loyalty. I know what you might be thinking. Great, but I'm not planning to carry a katana or die for a feudal lord anytime soon. But let me tell you, each of these principles has serious relevance to modern day life. In a world flooded with noise, opinion, division, misinformation, and stress, Bushido might be the clarity that we're missing. Let's play this out. Bushido, like Windex in my big fat Greek wedding. You spray it on any problem and see what happens. The everything is fake problems. That's number 1. Use Makoto, honesty. We live in a world that is not perhaps so honest. You get the fake news and filters that destroy and distort beauty standards and even basic facts. Sincerity and truth become rare commodities. Bushido says, be honest, not just to others, but to yourself. Live with sincerity online, at work, in relationships, and even and especially yourself. Number 2, We're all just yelling at each other. Problem. Use Ray, respect. Ray reminds us that respect is foundational, not earned after someone impresses you, but it's a way of life, and it's a way of tuning ourselves to that moral compass. When you feel lost or disillusioned, Mayo says, act in a way that you would be proud of, even if no one's watching or looking. Now that's grounding. They say that you are the person who is seen by nobody else. That's the real you. Number 4, the no one cares about anyone problem. Use in Gene in compassion. We're becoming desensitized and endless down scrolling, tragedy, failure. Gene tells us to feel again, care for others, protect the weak. This isn't just sentiment, it's action. Compassion with teeth. Number 5, the I'm scared to be myself problem. Use you, which is courage. Today's courage isn't just about battlefield bravery. It's about showing up the real you. Bushido values courage that isn't reckless, but it's bold. It's about doing the right thing, even when it might be uncomfortable. And Bushido can be, or should be a moral compass for any situation. Think about your decisions that you make every day. You're tempted to ghost someone instead of being honest. Does that ever happen to you? Use Makoto. You want to post a nasty comeback to somebody on Twitter. Spray some Ray. You don't have to be nasty. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. Or maybe you feel overwhelmed by life's chaos. Remember you're male. Perhaps you see someone being mistreated. Let Gene move you to act. You're afraid to pursue your dreams? You has your back. And then there's Chugi, loyalty. Loyalty today is underrated. In a culture that it doesn't value that, you can. And don't forget Gi, integrity. That's foundational. Do what's right, even when it's hard, even when no one knows. In other words, spray Bushido on it. You won't be wondering why this and how this can work in our current situation, in our modern day 2025. Let's be honest, this year, 2025, is an extremely unusual time. We're connected more than ever, yet we're lonelier. We're exposed to more information, yet struggle to find wisdom. We're free, yet we're paralyzed and maybe even overwhelmed by all the choices. That's why a framework like Bushido is so important. It matters. It gives you that inner star, that inner North Star, a system that doesn't change with trends. And unlike many modern philosophies that are super self-focused, Bushido blends self-discipline with social responsibility. It's not just about you feeling good. It's about how you show up in the world. And I might ask you, how do you show up? And the kicker, you don't need to be Japanese like me or a warrior. or even spiritual. Bushido is a philosophy that anyone can adapt. Anyone. Like a lens that you put on to see the world. You can see it more clearly. So I'd like to leave you with his final thoughts about Bushido. Think about these images. When you wake up tomorrow morning and commit to living with integrity in your work, courage in your choices, compassion in your relationships, respect in your disagreements, honesty in your voice, honor in your behavior, and loyalty in your commitments. What kind of life would that be? How would that change for you? What kind of world would we have if we sprayed a little bit of that Windex on our cultural wounds? FYI, when I was counseling the women at Washington State Correction Center for Women, when I was recovering from TBI, I would ask the women, what would our world look like? And would there even be a place such as WCCW if everyone followed the Code of Bushido? We wouldn't have to lock our doors or worry about things getting stolen or be disrespected or see the graffiti on the sidewalks or on the walls. The world would be a much different place. And I asked them to imagine how their world would be if they adhered to the Code of Bushido. Just one. They don't have to do all of them at the same time. But if we all just worked on one principle at a time, whether it be courage, integrity, benevolence, respect, honesty, honor, and or loyalty. Maybe Bushido can't fix everything, but it might come pretty close. So thanks for tuning in to the Samurai Way. And if you liked this episode, hit that follow button, leave a review, and maybe, just maybe, pass this wisdom on to someone who could use a little Bushido in their life. Until next time, I'm Lori Tsugawa, your host, reminding you, the code may be old, but the need for it, that's brand new. And that's a wrap for today's episode, The Samurai Way. I hope you found a little inspiration, a new perspective, or just something to reflect upon as you go about your day. Now remember, the samurai spirit isn't just about history. It's about how you show up, face challenges, and live with purpose. Whether it's Ikigai guiding your path or a little extra Ganbaru pushing you forward, keep walking strong. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, share, or leave a review. It really helps. And if you've got some thoughts, questions, or you just want to connect, just contact me. So until next time, stay focused, stay determined, and keep living with purpose. Mata ne.